I'm big! I'm big! I'm big!
To earn the right to work. To earn the right to work. To earn the right to work. To earn the right to work.
Now, when I say the boogeyman, what's the first image that comes to your mind? You might think of, like, Michael Myers. But no, there's something scarier than Michael Myers. A name that instills fear and terror into anyone who hears it. Kero the Wolf. Now, for those of you who know nothing about Kero the Wolf, well, consider yourself lucky, but if you know Senny Husky, who we previously covered, then you'd probably know exactly who Kero the Wolf is. I'm not gonna lie, if you're a furry and you don't know who he is, I'm not gonna get into that. But let's just say police actually looked into him, and he apparently got away because he stonewalled the police, refused to provide info, and was apparently outside the statute of limitations. All I'm gonna say is I would not be surprised if Kiro and Hypnotist Sappho were besties. So maybe asking why exactly are we talking about this guy? I mean, when's the last time he's been relevant? He's been gone forever. Well, unfortunately that's why we're here. This absolute monster, this literal nemesis to the entire community, has once again returned under a new name. Now, this was all brought up when an account dedicated to archiving Kiro the Wolf posted, "Zoosadist Kiro the Wolf's latest alias has been uncovered. Hakan Yote, credit to Alt Cunningham for the discovery." Now, here's the account. It's actually not a very large account. Their After Dark account, 18 plus vor content creator. Keep that in the back of your minds. Here's his YouTube channel. Surprisingly, I ratio him on YouTube. And here's his TikTok. You may be saying this is a huge accusation to be making about someone and that there better be some proof. Well, there is. Hakan's voice is identical to Kiro's. Pictures from Hakan's social media match Kiro's last known location. Pittsburgh furries, be aware, Kiro is still among you and attending local events. He never moved to West Virginia. He never left Pennsylvania at all. They attach two things. Now, here's a video of apparently Kiro sounding like this other guy.
Now, Beta, you really surpassed my expectations, and I want to say thank you. So people in this vor thing, I never quite understood it that much. Oh? Really? You want to see inside my mouth?
You don't want to be like
That's
this.
kinky and weird.
This
I
is
like
disgusting.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, it's kind of like a shapeshifter in Among Us. And also, here's him saying, "Just ran into Ollie Alpaca at Anthrocon. It was nice to meet you." He posted that on his After Dark for some reason. Now, let's look at his current fursuits. So here's the one on the left. He kind of looks like, you know, furry scarce in a little way. And here's the other one. Here's another part. More connections. Hakan has an alternate Fursona, a red and black canine with pale eyes and light gray nose, named Yokai. Yokai Watch! Or Echo's gadget from Siege. His fur affinity name is Yokai of Lunari. Holy fuck, this guy's a weeb. Kiro has the same alternate Fursona and was caught using it to worm his way into Anthrocon chats in 2019. Oh, so here it is being posted on Kiro's for affinity. Kiro is at Anthrocon. Please alert staff if you see him. Here's, I think this is his Telegram, and his username is Taco Bell Crunchwrap. Don't besmirch the good name of Taco Bell. What the fuck? And here's a commission he got on for affinity. The character belongs to Yokai of Lunari, and as you can clearly tell, it's the same character. Last thing on this thread is Hakan has also been seen wearing the same hoodie sweater Kiro has worn for over 5 years. And if you do look at them, they definitely look pretty similar. There's also, what is this, his VR chat thing? Hakan Yote, trusted user. Need tacos. Represented group Vor. And in his bio it says, certified homosexual, coyote, 18 plus ads only, 28-year-old male who hails from the Shadow Realm. I occasionally make TikToks and go to Taco Bell. Jesus Christ, is he fucking sponsored? I love food, and no, you can't have my crunch wrap. I love anything with a Dark Souls type vibe. This isn't a dating profile, so I'm going to stop here. If you see me, feel free to say hi and maybe bring me McDonald's. And why is that important? Well, apparently Kiro's also 28. Here's another thing. I noticed through watching some of Kiro's Vine compilations, rest in peace Vine, some similarities in the house from the background of pictures he posts now and stuff does look extremely similar, but not exactly the same. Like the house was redone. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. It might just be a me thing, but I don't know. I figured I'd throw these in anyway, just in case they made more sense to you guys. I then found another thread. Kiro, you disgust me and everyone else in this fandom. You will never be allowed to come back after the horrors you committed. We will never let you forget the disgusting things you did. You aren't fooling anyone. Oh no. So I look at this screenshot, right? And I'm very confused as to what I'm looking. And I look in the bottom left. Both Kiro and Hakan play League of Legends. I mean, the jokes continue to write themselves. Both use only emoticons rather than emojis, specifically the greater than 3 being used a lot. I mean, that's not as much a big point. Then I point out something very interesting to me. This is Kiro's arm on the left, and this is Hakan's arm on the right. Both of them have, like, what the fuck are those, like, I don't even know, freckles, moles? What? They then post Kiro's Tumblr blog, Kiro's blog on Twitter, visual effects artist. Then Hakan has a Twitter where he also claims to be a VFX artist. Coincidence? I think not. There is no such thing as a coincidence. The fact that you are seeing this video right now. They then post apparently a link from Kiwi Farms. So I fucking hate Kiwi Farms as it's an awful, disgusting site full of terrible people. However, while researching for some more evidence, I stumbled across this link to a Kiwi Farms thread, which essentially proves that this is Kiro without a doubt. I've blurred sensitive info because no doxing here. Gather around Kiwis as I've done a little digging. You guys are so lucky I've gotten good at playing Autistic Where's Waldo and other threads. So I started by entering the name Joshua Hoffman, and there is a match for a 20-year-old that lists him living in McDonald, Pennsylvania. Hey, look at that. There's even an address. Is it Kiro? Who knows? But if I search for that address on Zillow, there are photos of the interior of that house. It also states that the house was sold in March 2022, so it's reasonable that Kiro/Joshua might have lived here at one point. No idea if he owns the house or not, so I'll just assume it's his primary residence. They then post some photos. This is Hakan in his fursuit. It's not a one-to-one match as only the door is visible in Hakan's photos. There are several doors in the same style around the house. Hakan is sitting at the top of the steps, but it's definitely on the same staircase. Oh shit, I didn't even notice the carpet. So, apparently Kiro the Wolf owned this house. And now we have photos of Hakan in this house. And I don't think you guys know how big Pennsylvania is. It's pretty large. So the fact that there are photos in the exact same house that he used to live in is just a little bit sussy. Oh, wow. So that's a photo of Hakan in a hammock. And this is a photo of the house. Looks like the same floor, window, and door frame on the right. Oh my god, wait, that totally is. There's even enough space in between the wall and the door frame. You can even look at the fucking, you can see the windows and the fucking curtain. Oh no. To add on to this one, did a little digging through the video/photos, and in the fireplace has the same pattern from the picture that was provided. That's the fireplace, and that's the photo of the house. By the way, this one is mostly for, you know, just shits and giggles, but apparently he's also into vor, and if you know anything about Kiro, you know he was, you know, a huge vor guy. But, you know, with all these allegations, it's very obvious that he would, you know, respond. Here we go. This is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to say this right here. Just because my voice is somewhat similar to that disgusting individual doesn't mean I'm him. Bro is not him. He is not the mighty warrior. Do you really believe everything you read on the internet? Guess the earth is flat if you're following that. Well, I mean, look at everything else that people found. Christ, use your critical thinking skills. It's really not that hard. This is all I have to say on the matter. So legitimately all he says is, oh, well, we may sound alike, but that doesn't prove anything. Okay. What about everything else? Listen, I'm not saying this is Kiro the Wolf definitively. I'm saying it's most likely Kiro the Wolf definitively. There's not clear 100% proof, but I mean, with everything else we're seeing, I don't think people making the connection that these two are the same person is entirely out of the realm of possibility. Anyway, I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up. I know my New Year's resolution was to upload once a week. I don't know, you guys may be saying, "Oh, you missed last week." No, I made it. I just was in a collaboration with Labrat, and it was up on their channel. And you know what? I'm still counting that as uploading. By the way, if you guys haven't seen that, that's probably the peak of my career, is my segment in that video. Speaking of collabing with Labrat, we're working on another video in the future with even more people. So, get hyped for that. It is going to take, a while, but ultimately it's going to be pretty good. Anyway, that's probably where I'm going to stop the video. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter's somewhat been blowing up recently, and I really like it. Subscribe on YouTube. We're 100 away from 2K, and that would make me really happy if we reached it. And, yeah, later.